I'm Shea.
And I'm Shealyn.
And we are Shea Scare Lounge, and we're going to talk about the Lost Boys today with Shealyn's shirt there of David. It's a great picture of him, by the way. I had a big crush on him. Kiefer Sutherland.
I was going to say, I feel like, okay, this is a weird little not tangent. Okay, I was going to Disneyland. I had a Lost Boys bag, and the guy searching my bag was like, David or Michael, and it caught me off guard because I was like, what? Who even asked that? And I think I said Michael, and then like walking away, I was like, no way, like anybody would do.
You should have went back to him. It was like, no, I didn't understand the question. The answer
I really
is David.
Wanted to. I mean, no, I guess you want to be with Michael because spoiler alert, David dies. But Kiefer Sutherland is such a great dick. You know, like just
yes, in like any movie from the 80s and 90s, like, he's like amazing. Like he's like the asshole that you root for.
Yeah, even in this one, like he looks so cool.
Yeah, and you're just like, I just love you. Yeah, you can ruin my life. It's fine.
Yeah, maybe that's where our fetish for like, you know, bad dudes began. What year? I meant to look up what year this came out because I watched it obviously way after.
We got 1987.
Yeah, so I was 2 when it came out. So obviously didn't go see it in the theater, but you know, it has a whole cult following.
It does. It's got an all-star cast. We have Jamie Gertz. We have Jason Patrick, Corey Feldman, Kiefer Sutherland, Corey Haim, Alex Winter.
The mom from
from Parenthood.
Edward Scissorhands and everything.
And Edwards, I love her, by the way. Yeah. I don't care. I love her. She's amazing.
She's the perfect mom. Like,
she is.
Some people just always looked not old, you know, but always looked like a mom already.
Right.
So she really used her typecast to, like, you know, Kiefer Sutherland.
I still love him. Whatever.
I know. When I was watching it, I was like, he is so hot. Like, he's not. He looks kind of, I mean, he's supposed to be a vampire, like a washed out vampire, but he looks hot. You know,
yeah,
like
he does.
He's on drugs, and you're like, ooh.
I know, that's like our kicker. He's like, ooh, does he look like he's a fucking asshole? I like it.
Perfect. Into it. Well, because I was looking at the other vampires.
Is he a dirty asshole?
Yeah. Is he gonna take me home to a bare mattress and like probably give me herpes, maybe? But
I'm in.
You know, he was a good looking dude. And I'm looking at the other guys. Okay, so there's Bill? Or is he Ted?
His name is Bill.
Marco. Yeah. He's Bill. But anyway,
Bill he's Marco. His name is Marco in there?
Yes.
Bill S. Preston Esquire.
Yes. So he is, you know, one of the main vampires. And then there's the 2 other guys who I
have no idea who they are. Right?
Okay.
Like, I don't know.
And yes, and they just have different color hair, right? And so they're clearly like, they were cast because they're like beefcake, whatever vampires are supposed to be.
They look like metalheads, sure.
Yes. But I was watching it the other day. They only laugh. They don't have any lines. Like literally the whole movie is like, ha 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 ha. Like, I don't know. You have to watch it because you can literally put together. They just laugh the entire time. I think one maybe at one point.
I'm gonna have to figure that out and just like clip them all together, like make them montage of just them laughing.
No, I kid you not.
Marco?
Bottoms up, man.
Because my friend Bez and I, so we went to this boardwalk. It's in Santa Cruz. It was filmed there, and we walked the bridge that you can walk, and there was this crackhead there, and he's like, I'll jump off for $5. And I'm like, I don't care if you jump off. But anyway, I was more concerned he was
very New York of you.
Well, I was like, it's not that high. It's not a high bridge. In the movie,
like, I'll push you off for $5. What the fuck?
I was like, dude, give me $5 to watch you jump off. You know, like I sent you the photos. It's not that high of a bridge, clearly, and it's right by the boardwalk. You know, the magic of movies.
Right, where it makes it seem like
they're
it's
hanging,
forever.
they're in the song, whatever. But it was interesting to walk it. I love that. I stayed in the parking lot illegally in the van.
Of course you did.
Well, Santa Cruz is really, really crazy about what is it? I always forget the term. It's not a poacher, but the people, it's a kind of lifestyle that you're in a van and you just park. Gosh, it's gonna bother.
Like squatting, but they're
similar, but it's
like nomads.
But there's a name
van
for
life.
I forget. There's literally a term, and I'll look it up after. You can look up like van squatting, and I'm sure it'd pop up, but it's illegal in Santa Cruz. It's really because there's a bunch of hippies over there. They're all living in their cars. And we were there, sneakily, whatever. And I was scared the whole time.
Lifting? Is it called lifting?
That sounds familiar. No, it's something similar though. It's blimping, lifting. Just put like living in a van on a public
down
street.
By the river.
No. That being said, great time at the boardwalk. I loved just being where that movie was filmed. I know you didn't rewatch it for this episode, but but you will, just to get the footage of them laughing the entire time.
I will. I just didn't do it this time. I mean, I feel like that I knew enough about the movie to go with it. So
of course, and
I've seen it a million times too.
Watched it. I just like, it's one of those movies that I have on all the time, but I never sit down and watch it. So there's a lot that maybe like I hadn't seen in a long time, if that makes like, you have those movies that you're like, oh, that's my favorite. And then someone says, well, how'd that person die? And you're like, oh, I don't, so I had to legitimize myself.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. The guy's head explodes or, everyone just remembers Tim Capello, the sexy sax man, nice and oiled up.
Okay, let me be absolutely honest about this one. I didn't know who that was. Okay.
Nobody does. He even makes a joke about that in my cameo.
I know, and I will play it. So I'm going through Instagram. It was one of those moments where it was just on, like the sound, and it was like, I'm just going to play a part of it right now. And I'll tell you where I was like, wait, what?
What, the cameo one?
Yeah. Because you sent it to me.
Sister Shea. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, what? Who? What? Is that for me? Like, what? Who? Because I get called Shea, obviously, a lot. So I was just like, it's the thing.
Didn't put that together, but yeah, my friend was like, he meant Shea. I'm like, oh, that's
no, sweet. I knew. I got that because I hear that a lot. It's like, I'm going to play it.
Hey, Shea, how you doing there, baby? This is Tim Capello from The Lost Boys, and wow, I just heard the word, mama. Oh, yeah, Sister Shea got herself a birthday.
I could not stop watching it. I really couldn't stop watching it. I was like, he's so energetic.
He nailed it. Like, most people do short little cameos.
Yeah,
that guy's on there for 3 minutes.
I know. We'll play it, but not the whole thing because that's a lot.
Well, and so this is months ago. You scroll, you get the ones pop up that they think you want, cameo, and it's a mixture of like, maybe well-known, more expensive people. Like originally I saw Meatloaf. I love Meatloaf. I was like, sure. And I was telling my friend Robbie, you should order me that, but that I think he's like $200 or something. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
And I was joking when I said that. And then like days later, Tim Capello pops up shirtless with a sax. And I knew it was him from the film because, like I said, I love that movie. But also when we were visiting, my friend Bez and I listened to that soundtrack to get in the vibe. And like we listened to his song over, and it's just like so.
I went and looked it up.
Ridiculous part of the film. Like even he mentions it in the cameo. He's like, you like me from my 10 seconds in Lost Boys. Like it's incredibly cute. He seems like a wonderful.
He does.
And I thought he was mentioning the Frog Brothers, like to throw. No, my friend Robbie told him to say that, like because I like Lost Boys so much. So this guy just seems very rad, very positive. Like watching that video brought me so much joy that I didn't mind that he mispronounced my name and over and over and over.
Oh, he said it so many times.
Yes, because he was trying to do the right thing, but also
I think he did a fantastic job. Like I was like, I can't even stop. It's like I can't look away. I can't. Yeah, I'm watching. I can't stop watching.
Like with name pronunciations, right? So years ago, I did a speech for the mayor of New York, and they have you send a voice message of your name, just so, you know, Shealyn's not an easy name, even though his wife has an equally difficult name, but it's like, they have you send that. So then he could, like, that's part of it, you know? So you think something like Cameo would do a similar, but
yeah,
maybe
Cameo, you should really like listen to what's going on here.
right?
People are getting their names butchered and it's not on purpose.
But it actually made his video 10 times better, you know, because he's just so lovely.
He was fantastic. I was like, he's so energetic. Oh, I loved it. I
and
loved
then he
it
does
so
the hips
much.
at the end. You have to show that part of the show. He's like, watch out, you know, and it's so cute. I had forgotten how actually jacked up he was in the film. Oh
no,
my
yeah,
God.
I went and looked it
like,
up. I was like, oh my God. In fact, Alex Winter did an interview and he like briefly mentioned it. Because I went to look it up and I was like, well, I'm going to look it up for this episode. And then it's all Lost Boys. Alex Winter has a very funny story involving the oiled up sax guy. I was like, well, now I have to read that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he pulled up to he did mention his Lost Boys experience in passing. So I wish I had a camera while we were shooting Lost Boys because the entire shoot was absolutely insane and wild and fun, and specifically in its era. My first day on set, I got to Santa Cruz the day they were shooting the beach party scene. There's Tim Capella, the sax guy, all oiled up, right? Bonfires and all this insanity. And I was like, what the hell is this movie I signed into? What is this thing? I think that's great.
I love it. Like, because I read that article you said, and it's kind of like, we didn't know what kind of movie we were making. We had no idea the direction. And they probably didn't guess it was going to be like a huge cult hit. Lost Boys, I want to say, so for some reason it might be called a comedy. I don't know why. Like in the genre, I don't think it says horror, or it says horror comedy, maybe.
Yeah, it may say that. I mean, I wouldn't even classify it as horror. I would go suspense, maybe.
Yeah, thriller.
But I wouldn't say horror film. Like, it's not like what we would consider like nowadays, oh, this is a horror film, you know?
Yeah, it's not a slasher movie by any means. Right. I mean, horror in the way like they're sucking blood and everything, but it's more like Corey Haim's very funny in it. You know,
Corey Feldman,
so adorable. Like his whole fashion in the entire is clothes that I would wear. Like they don't match. You know, his patterns are everywhere. I go, maybe he determined I have the same hair as him, the clothing.
Right. Know. So you can join our membership group on our Patreon page and you'll get a whole bunch of little extras. And after 3 months of your $10 membership fee, you get one of our awesome little cute stickers sent to you. And then, you'll have access to extended videos and be able to vote on things that we have. Like when we choose a new logo, then you'll be able to vote on that or even choose what movie we talk about next. So that's something to definitely check out. Back to the movie.
When you see the link, click on the link and join our Patreon page. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm telling you, you have to do a medley of these bozos laughing. Like they're, and you can tell, can you imagine, like, I laugh all the time, but being told to, it kind of makes sense because their laughing is so extreme. Like, like over and over, these beefcakes are laughing the entire time. Like,
I love that you call them beefcakes.
Because they're good looking. I mean, they're not, you know, they were clearly cast.
Okay, they were like, you have to be good looking, but not surpass Kiefer Sutherland. That's
of course. Although I think the dark one is like more model-esque than Kiefer, but Kiefer has like that really just kind of unique look to him.
He's gruff looking and he looks dirty.
Yeah, exactly. But for some reason, we like that. I don't get it. With Lost Boys, let's see. I mean, wasn't there a second one? Which I didn't see.
Yeah, there's like some kind of weird sequel. And it was hard when I was looking it up because I was like, is it? Yeah, there's one called Lost Boys, The Tribe.
Yeah.
One with Corey Feldman is The Thirst. Like, it gets weird. There's like multiple ones. And I'm like,
yeah.
Even
which is why I stick with the first one because Kiefer is in it. And, you know, looks like a piece of shit that I would have liked at that time.
Right?
Or still.
Oh, and then Diana Weiss is the mom.
Yeah.
I love
she looks like Diane or Diana? Diane.
Diane
Weiss.
Like,
you know, wholesome.
Weiss. And then Edward Herman is the boyfriend or the head vampire. Spoilers.
Yeah. He was I know. Which is also weird. So I was trying to think of the rule, the whole rules of the vampire. They have to be invited in. That happens.
Right.
But then he, when they're trying to trap him at the dinner, right? And he grates garlic and pretends it's Parmesan, and the guy eats it, and then they try holy water, which should work. But I think it's because it lands on his clothes. I don't know. I was like literally reading.
I think the whole point of that was because he's the head vampire.
He can control
that some of those are like for like underlings, like they're not.
Yeah, Marco.
They don't affect. Yeah,
holy water. Because he's like, God, like this word. Ha 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 ha. Because
he looks in the mirror and he's got a reflection.
Yes, but it's like faint, right? It's not a whole reflection.
I don't remember, but I know that the older man looks into the mirror, like he puts a mirror to his face. Or
yeah,
something,
I thought he did too. Oh yeah, they put it in front of him.
Yeah, and he's like, "What are you doing?" But I think it's because it's supposed to be like he's the head vampire, so so these little tricks or little like things don't affect him the way it does like the underlings, like like everybody, like Marco or David or whatever.
David or the other men, because I should look up and see if they probably have names, obviously, because they're big parts. But I'm telling you, maybe watch it. They might have one line. Like I think there's a scene where another bonfire has that Aerosmith song playing, the Run DMC song, Walk This Way. And I think one of the guys says a lyric for it. But other than that, they only laugh the entire film.
I'm going to have to make a montage.
It's incredible. Like they're literally the stupidest laugh. And my friend Bez can do it really well because we're always kind of like joking, like beef head, ha 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 ha, ha, ha. And that's exactly what they do the whole movie. And it's like, why are you even laughing? Like, stop. I mean, I get it. They're teasing him, especially when the Chinese food, when the worms come, and the maggots.
Right. And they're like assholes. So they're trying to be like we're laughing at you. This is funny. Haha. We're picking on you.
They literally laugh the entire time. Like it almost makes me want to be a vampire because they seem like so happy the whole time, like they're living their best life. They're riding cool motorcycles down the beach.
They're living their best life and, killing people and shit, whatever.
I mean, whatever. Some people, it's population control, I guess. So
I guess, yes.
Which again, with the which is why I wanted to have a bottle of red wine and just be drinking it, because when it's David's blood that Michael drinks, and that's when he becomes half a vampire, it looks like straight up fruit punch. Like they could have tried a little harder, at least use
You're right. They should have used like
something dark.
Whatever they use, syrup or something, molasses
you mean
whatever.
What is it?
Corn syrup. Corn syrup.
Like same stuff they use for pig's blood and carrot, whatever. Greasy Skeet tells Sydney and Scream, but something like that. Anything could have been darker. It's literally the color of like fruit punch. I thought, come on, guys.
Someone just was like, "Oh, we don't have the blood. Here, go to the store real quick." And they're all they had was like fruit punch. So, this will do.
Yeah, I mean, as a career extra in my past, I get it. People are never really drinking what they're supposed. You see a club scene, no one is having a great time. All those drinks are fake. It's iced tea that looks like whiskey. It's it's never beer. Like people be like, "Who? I'm gonna sneak a drink of this beer on set." I'm like, it's not fucking real beer. There's a liability issue. Whatever. The bottle is not completely see-through. It's got all those embezzled jewels on it. So like they probably weren't thinking some asshole's going to complain that it doesn't look like blood. Although there's a weird slow-mo when you got to put this in there. When he takes a drink, he's like, you'll see it. It's very odd.
Is it supposed to be that he's like really tasting the blood?
Yeah, but it's just so weird. Like, I don't know. I get it. It's very artsy. He's fading into the, whatever, but it's just so weird. Like, I appreciate strange artistic direction in film. I want to make some really campy, weird film. Back to Lost Boys. What else can we say about that besides how much I love Tim Capello? Any thoughts on Lost Boys for you? That's all you have to say. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's so wild.
I love Kiefer Sutherland. I love the Coreys. Love the Coreys. I just love everything about it. It's such a great vampire movie.
It's such an endearing movie. It's very cute. I know it's weird to say because it's about vampires, but the brotherly love. It's just
also like when we were growing up, it was something like it was one of those movies like it wasn't like the main star, like the hero, is not an adult, it's a kid, right?
Well,
and it's like,
okay,
I
so
love
that too. So the hero, because yeah, it could be both of them, their brotherly relationship progresses over the film, but let's be real, how old is Michael supposed to be? I mean, that guy's like 25.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, I was totally thinking 25 right now, but he's probably supposed to be 18 or some craziness.
Yes, he's just still like, move out already, you know,
right.
You know, he's moving with the mom, maybe they're having a rough time, he doesn't work, you know, come on. And yeah, but looking
they just
at
moved there, they're having a hard time finding work.
Yeah,
and then
you
become a vampire, and now you can only have a night job. I mean, there's a lot of problems.
He gets the earring, he's like, that, you know,
take
that out. I love it. Anyway,
okay, well, until next time, I'm Shay.
And I'm Shealyn. And Kiefer. I wasn't showing my boobs, I'm showing my shirt.
So you can follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and follow us on YouTube. You know, click like and subscribe and the little bell, ding, all of that fun jazz. And then also hit up our Patreon page, join our membership, join our because only the cool kids are part of our membership group anyways, where you get extra bonus shit. Super awesome.
See you all next time. I had envisioned doing like red wine, you know, like well, you didn't watch the movie, but you've seen it before.
Okay, I've seen it before. It doesn't, it's just because I haven't like updated myself on it.